Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Blue. This channel where we find the truth, seek understanding, and be the light. So this one is actually very interesting, and I'm not here to try and make anybody panic, put anybody in like any type of stress or anything like that. But we gotta know exactly what's going on and just be aware. Even if you don't prep, you're not blindsided, at least. So what's happening? Apparently, in India, out in Nepal and that area over there, there's this new virus. I don't even think it's a new virus. It's a virus that seems to have spread out to humans. And based off of what I'm hearing, this virus is worse than COVID. Apparently, the mortality rate is anywhere from 40 to 75%, if my numbers are correct, mortality rate with this virus. And it seems like we started to get sightings of people being affected with this virus out in India. So let's go ahead and see the videos that we got and talk about it.
Thailand is among several Asian nations that have stepped up airport health screenings after India reported 2 cases of the deadly Nipah virus. But what is Nipah, and how concerned should people be? Nipah is a rare viral infection that comes mainly from fruit bats. It was first identified in Malaysia in the late 90s. Here's Paul Hunter, professor in medicine at Norwich Medical School in Britain.
What is it about these bats that why are these bats? It seems like it's the same thing that they said with COVID, is the bats. And now apparently this virus, also the bats. It wasn't monkeys but COVID. Maybe it was monkeys. No, because monkeys is every other disease. I don't know, y'all. Just it seems like animals seems to be the issue for humans right about now. Because they're still clearly bats, but for some reason, these viruses are taking humans out. Just keep going.
Most transmission events are because of a contact either with an infected animal or with something that has been contaminated by fruit bats.
It can also spread from person to person, typically after close contact between the sick and their caregivers, though experts say that does not happen easily.
Okay.
Nipah can cause severe illness and can be deadly.
The death rate varies from outbreak to outbreak, but is of the order of about 45 to 75% mortality rate.
Though Hunter points out that is based on identified infections. He says some people get no symptoms at all and may not be identified as infected. This means Nipah's actual death rate is likely to be lower. One concern is that the infection has an incubation period of 1 to 2 weeks.
And what this means is that it's actually very difficult to control at airports. You've got a disease that's got 2 weeks incubation period. For the first 2 weeks after somebody's carrying the infection, there's no way you can pick it up.
For those who do get symptoms, Hunter says the early signs can be non-specific, like fever and headaches. In severe cases, Nipah can cause encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain.
You have a high fever,
Yikes.
You have very severe headaches, and you can have photophobia where the light hurts your eyes. And that is often associated with cases that ultimately die.
Reuters global health correspondent Jennifer Rigby says there is no need to worry too much.
There's been outbreaks almost every year in Bangladesh, small outbreaks because it doesn't spread easily from person to person.
She says the WHO sees it as a priority pathogen, but the virus has not yet shown signs of becoming more transmissible among humans or spreading easily worldwide. Rigby also says a prevention may be on its way.
There is a number of groups working on a vaccine, notably the Oxford University scientists who developed one of the COVID vaccines. They have a Nipah virus vaccine, and that's actually started human trials in Bangladesh just last year.
In the meantime, experts say those in high-risk areas should be careful. Peel fruit before eating and don't drink raw juice, as it hasn't been pasteurized to kill viruses.
Okay, y'all. So, as always, anytime I get any type of interesting news, I check ground.news and see what's going on. Here's everything that we need to know about the Nipah virus amid the cases being detected in India. This happened earlier this week. 2 Nipah virus cases were in West Bengal among 25-year-old nurses. Two nurses that were caregivers. Let's see. It's a zoonotic disease. The Nipah virus is mainly spread by fruit bats and can transmit between people, who estimates its fatality to be between 40 and 75. Okay, that was right. With incubation period 3 to 14 days. India Health Ministry said all quarantine contacts have been tested and the outbreaks response team was deployed, while the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention and who activated response. Who's who? Who? Okay, I don't know who is. West. Nope. Never mind. Neighboring countries have implemented airport screening, including incoming passengers, temperature checks, and advising against traveling to the Barasat area, while increasing monitoring at border crossings. And this is center. This is center leaning. It's not right leaning. It's not left leaning. It's pretty center, guys. So, based off of what we're seeing today, this is essentially a deadly virus, a very deadly, from 40 to 75% is wild. Now, the question is this another COVID situation? I think, and of course, everybody's still going to have their conspiracy theories on exactly what COVID was and how it was released and all this extra stuff. Everybody will have their thoughts and their views and stuff like that. At the end of the day, COVID was a very serious situation. I actually remember COVID very vividly, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't have the same issue as a lot of other people that are, heavy extroverts that just need to be around others. They suffered heavily during COVID. I am one that actually did not suffer too much from COVID. I still worked. Unlike a lot of people, they had to stay at home. I was considered, what do they call those? A necessity employee, something to that extent. I can't remember exactly what the term was, but I was working in the school system at that time, so I still had to work. I wasn't fired. I wasn't laid off, anything like that. But I also didn't have leave because everything that I did was at the school, and there was nobody that was in the school. So I was still at the school. During that time, my church was still open, so we were still going out and doing pre-recordings so that we could have them ready by Sunday. So I was still out and about. Did I come in contact with a lot of people like I did before? And now? No, it was only very few people that I will come in contact with. But honestly, to me, that was just fine. I'm not even now, even though I'm more, I guess, even though I'm a little more extrovert than I used to be, because my extrovert was at a negative 50. Now it's like at a negative 25, maybe a negative 2. But I was still all right with the situation that I was in. And I do know that when I actually did get COVID, it was weird because I felt that I was sick and I had a feeling that it was COVID. When I got tested, it was COVID, but the sickness feeling went away after like a day. And I noticed it quickly because I'm very aware of my body. Anytime when I feel any type of ailments, I can kind of identify specifically where it is. Some people just feel like, yeah, I'm sick, but I could kind of feel within me what's going on. And the ailments that I felt when I got sick only lasted but a day. I was good after that for the rest of those 2 weeks. But there was a lot of people that I knew, that died during COVID. May the Lord rest their souls. And it was tough. It was tough because on one hand, it's like I'm going out and about and I'm just fine. And then on the other hand, you have people that never even left their house, still got sick and still passed. So when we're coming into situations like this, it's like, yo, you talking about this old other virus that's coming up. But then that's the other weird thing. It's like, why is it that we're now talking about it? Is it because of COVID that we're now being more cautious of these new viruses? Or deadly viruses that's coming out that we're now, being more aware, being more alert, and making sure that other people know about it. Because, like I said, this has been a thing since the 1990s. So why wait 20 years to say something? Well, because it was contained. It wasn't really spread out like that. So it seems it just maintained in that area. Malaysia, they said it was in Nepal. It was mainly with the farmers, and it was secluded in that area. But I really do think that because of COVID and the level of threat that COVID was and the people that were dying due to COVID, whatever COVID actually was, unlike COVID, this seems to be something that can be more contained. But because of COVID, now the world is trying to be more adamant and more cognizant of these type of situations that happen, of these diseases, these viruses that are now out and within the environments of the human race, and can be spread. But based off of what they're saying, it's not going to be COVID, or at least that's the hopes, is that they can control it well enough. I mean, they've been able to control it for the past 20 years. It's still a little concerning that now it's gotten to nurses. But as they said, sometimes during that period, there may be no symptoms that come through and people are fine. This just so happened to be with 2 people that they found this virus with. Whereas before, when they had an outbreak, they said it was like some odd 300 people, and over 100 of those people died. That's noticeable. That is very noticeable. But the fact that there was only 2 people that's been caught so far with this virus, and they seem to be getting over that period, it may just be like one of those things that's just in passing. But we are here to just make sure that people are aware of this thing, aware of what's going on, and just know. Because the more I talk about it, the more I'm just like, bro, another virus. Like, I've started to feel it in my heart now. The more I'm talking about it, like, yo, the virus. But hey, at the end of the day, I know where I'm going. So, and I may be morbid to some people, but honestly, I think, and this is a little shift. I actually wasn't planning on saying all this. This literally just came in my mind. When you truly have faith as to where you're going after you die, even though the idea of an early death, based on who you're talking to, when you have full faith of where you're going, it doesn't seem that bad. Or at least the level of stress, the level of anxiety that some people may feel, it you don't feel it. You don't feel it because you know that this isn't the end, one, and there's better where you're going afterwards, two. So you live the best that you can, but when the time comes, it's like, all right, it's time for me to go. As one of my friends would say, Lord, take me now. But anyways, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.